Welcome to episode 45 of the 411, folks.
45, jeez.
You seem shocked.
Yes.
I think you were last on what episode?
It was... I don't remember the number. It was just before New Year's.
Just before, okay, yeah. So it was like 30 something.
Yeah.
But welcome back, Kian.
Yes, I am back.
It's rare to get you on the show, so
Yes, it is.
I like to talk about stuff that Jake can't talk about. So today it's all going to be about Mass Effect.
Yes, it
because,
is.
I brought up Mass Effect last week and Jake was like, ugh, he doesn't like it.
No.
So screw him.
Surprisingly, because he's the one who got me into it.
That's interesting.
Yes.
Because I remember I played it first and then I got Jake into it.
No.
And he played, I think, all of them in a row, which is what screwed him over. And then, he's out of it now. He just can't stand it. So, but before we get into it, I just want to ask a few things first. Because things that I don't really play, or Jake doesn't play either. But, you don't have a PlayStation 4, do you?
No, but ask me a question. What game?
Persona 5.
No. So, I might actually be getting a PlayStation 4 soon. So, I might be able to start talking about stuff like that.
Is that on Vita, though?
No, it's not actually, surprisingly. I haven't looked, though. I haven't been able to find the cord to charge my Vita, so it's perpetually dead.
So you haven't been playing the Vita much then?
No, because I can't find the cord. Depressing.
That is depressing. What about... How's Final Fantasy 15 going? I actually checked your playtime for that the other day.
Yes.
It's not going well.
It hasn't. And that's purely because when I got back from Japan, I played it a little bit, and I was enjoying it. And I had some interesting moments in the game. I was still loving it. And then... What came out? I think I just got back into Dark Souls again. And I've just recently...
Your favourite game of all time.
Yes, and I've just recently replayed through 1 through 3.
Oh my god.
Because I realised I hadn't beaten all the bosses, so I went doing that.
That's over now, isn't it, that series?
Yeah, they just released the last DLC last week, actually. But I haven't played it yet because I just haven't had time. And I've been playing Mass Effect. Yeah. And I've been told it's extremely hard.
But you've defeated all 3 Dark Souls games. I don't think it's going to be too far of a challenge for you. So
I was talking to the guys I normally play with who are much better than me, and they said they were completely struggling. And I was like, that's not too fun.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Other than that, though, Final Fantasy 15 is really fun. I've enjoyed all the mechanics. The fighting mechanics are very, very fun.
Is it a lot different from the other ones?
It's more open world fighting, so you're not trapped within a certain arena. You can just run away if you want. You just physically have to run away. The only thing I could probably say I'm a little disappointed on is the monster encounter rate is very low.
But is it a game where you sort of need those moments where you just want to battle monster after monster so you can just level up?
Yes.
Yeah. That's really
They
annoying.
have hunting missions where you can go specifically hunt these guys. At night, monsters come out more often. Yeah. But they are much stronger. And I had this moment, I was driving to a mission because I thought, okay, I'll just do it. And they said a warning, don't go in car, strong monsters are. And I'm like, screw it, I'll be fine. As you normally do. Yeah. Drove out and this giant hand came out of the ground and pulled up this giant monster. And I was like, oh, great. It might still be weak. I looked at it. I was level 10. Yeah. It was level 56. And I was like, I almost killed it.
So what's harder, Final Fantasy or Dark Souls?
Dark Souls, okay. Definitely.
Right.
Purely because you have no instruction where to go. Final Fantasy, you still have an idea of where to go. But yeah, no, Final Fantasy is not hard if you train for it. I guess the main difference, yes, it's hard, especially towards the end of the bosses, it becomes pretty hard. But the main difference, I'd say, is the bosses in Final Fantasy, at least to my knowledge, don't scale with your level. So you can go, all right, I'm just going to pump into leveling, get really strong, and then fight the boss, and I'll be able to kill it. If you do that in Dark Souls, there's a lot of bosses that'll just get harder because you've gotten stronger. and so they scale with you. But other than that, I've been really enjoying the game, and it's really fun.
So what is making you want to buy a PlayStation 4? Because actually last week Jake and I had a conversation about we should have bought PS4s instead of Xbox Ones because there are so many exclusives.
Yes, a big game at the moment that I really want to play is Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah,
that looks awesome.
Bloodborne?
Yes, that's a definite for me. That would be really fun.
Because that's sort of, I mean, how much gameplay have you seen of Bloodborne?
I've been watching a live stream recently, actually.
Because how similar is it to Dark Souls?
Same makers.
Yeah.
Same type of playstyle. Same difficulty.
Yeah.
The playstyle is different. It's a lot faster than Dark Souls.
So really, it's the last... Dark Souls 3 is the last game, but we're going to get games similar to that.
Yeah, well,
it could be Bloodborne
they're focusing
2
on Bloodborne now. So I think they've... I'm not too sure, but I have a feeling they have confirmed Bloodborne 2. Or at least they've said we are focusing on Bloodborne. Yeah. I know they've said that. But yeah, a lot of the games I want to play are on PlayStation.
And what about... And they could even go right back to Demon Souls and go Demon Souls 2. Or...
Yeah, that would be interesting. I've never played Demon Souls either. I'd like
because that's
to play
PlayStation
that.
Exclusive.
Yeah. They could do that, but I think there's a bit of a stigma attached with Demon Souls now.
Dark Souls is the sequel to Demon Souls, though.
No, it's not actually a sequel. They put links to it, but I'm pretty sure they do they're just tenuous links. It's like, oh yeah, this could relate there and stuff like that. But they haven't confirmed, at least, that it's a link to Dark Souls. But there's no lore overlap between the two. And especially Dark Souls is very... I mean, all the games, like Soulsborne games, as they're called, are very tenuous on their lore. So you build your own story of what happens. So, you get little bits of information that tell you little bits of things, and then you can piece the story together in whichever way you want, and that's a perfectly valid story. And they've purposefully designed it that way so that whatever way you construct your own story is equal as whatever someone else does, because someone could go, oh, but this information says that, but you'll find somewhere else in the game a bit of contradictory information, and you can just build your own sort of lore about it.
How deeply do the games connect to each other? Are they their own individual stories?
So Dark Souls, the 3 Dark Souls all connect very well. At first it might seem Dark Souls 2's very out of the way from them, but if you go a bit into the lore, it's actually the same place, and you see a lot of the same patterns, and all the lore coming up again. And it's a big thing. I'm sure if you go onto YouTube and look at Dark Souls lore videos and all this stuff, you'll just get piled down in hours of lore videos.
Have you watched them?
I've watched a few, and they're really interesting, actually. Especially if you watch the ones where they connect everything, so they go through the whole story. It's really interesting and well put together, and they tell a nice story, I think. But yeah, and the other thing with Dark Souls I find is that it's just the views and the areas you see is they're just really spectacular. And that's one thing I feel, at least for me, starting in Dark Souls and going, if I was to go to Bloodborne, I would miss. Because Bloodborne, at least where I've seen up to, seems very monotone. There's no...
Dark Souls creates such a dark and grungy atmosphere, and there's nothing else like it, really.
There really isn't.
Because I've only watched I've played the very beginning of Dark Souls, the original, and I've watched a lot of the gameplay from it. But there's nothing really like.
No, there really
just
isn't.
The way the characters talk, even it's just so low and just very moody and.
Yeah, and everyone in that game has an ulterior motive. You don't know who to trust.
Yeah.
And I remember when I did my first playthrough back before I even finished the game. So what I did, I played Dark Souls 1. I only beat the second boss. That took me about a year to get to that point. And then I just stopped playing because I was like, this is too hard.
Yeah.
And then I picked up Dark Souls 2 and trudged through that, finished it, then 3, and came back to 1 and finished that. But I made the mistake in my very first playthrough. I killed all the NPCs
The guy who sells you stuff. Yeah.
But like again, there's no instruction of where to go.
Yeah.
Like they do a little tutorial area to tell you, oh, this is how you hit, and then you're just thrown in and go have fun.
Yeah, and that's what annoys me. I mean, like, because you're just walking, and then all of a sudden it's like, are you even going the right way? Like,
yeah, but
is there any like goal that you're trying to achieve?
Yes. There's a set goal, and so the first one. Well, it's been quite a few years, so I don't think spoilers.
2009, I think, or something.
Yeah, it was something like that. You're trying to... So the whole story behind Dark Souls is what happened is there was this age of dragons where dragons were immortal and they ruled over the land, and there was no such thing as time because they were immortal, so they had no concept of time. And then a fire came from deep within the depths, and that's where man started coming from, and they came up. Anyway, they killed the dragons and time went on, and this fire was called the First Flame. And basically, by the point of Dark Souls,
it's a great name for the fire, the First Flame.
Yeah, and it spewed out all these Lord souls. So in the game, you collect souls, and they make you stronger. And the Lord of Cinder Gwyn, gave these souls to. He split his own soul into 4 and gave them to these people. And he went to, because the First Flame was dying out, he went to rekindle it, bring it back to life. And so that's where you come in. He's gone and rekindled the First Flame, and you're going around killing the people who he gave his souls to, so you could get to the First Flame, eventually challenge him and either reignite the flame or let it die out. So yeah, like that's sort of your goal, but it's not explained to you like that's what you're doing. It's like, here you go, have fun. And you just wander around and you stumble upon things. And I think the fun thing was that nowhere's off limits at the start of the game. Like, yes, there are some places it would be hard to get to, but you can get to them just as easy. Like, you might have to do something to get there, but you can easily go right to the end. Oh, except for the final boss. But yeah, you can go fight these lords right from the get-go if you really want. And yeah, it's just, I don't know, it sparked my sense of adventure in a game, which I hadn't had in a long time. Because games were fairly linear, like story, just one track thing. And this was just like, yeah, go whichever way you want. We don't care.
Now I'm sort of getting the feeling that I want to go back to linear because I'm playing so many open world things.
Yeah.
It's just like...
it's very different.
It's just all that's coming out now. It's just open world.
Yeah. I recently, just like 3 days ago, I bought, because I've been told that Naruto fighting game, the Ninja Storm 4, has been really good.
Yeah.
And I saw that for $20 and I'm like, oh, I'll pick that up.
Because now they got the Boruto one.
They haven't got a game for
it's sort of the whole thing with all the DLC included with Boruto.
Yeah.
They've got that out now,
Yeah. So I got that, and I've got to start playing it, because I thought that just might be something like nice and easy, like Xenoverse to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you've got all 3 of them. You got Xenoverse, you got the One Piece one, you got Naruto now. It's all there.
It's all there.
All the big 3.
All the big 3.
Yeah.
Definitely. But yeah.
I just realised, did I say episode 45 at the start of this?
Yes, you did.
We're up to episode 46.
Scott.
I know. Yeah, also, Dishonored. Do you play that?
Yes.
Dishonored 2?
I haven't started Dishonored 2 yet.
Yeah. Because that's a game that Jake and I don't talk about either because we've never played it.
It's really fun, actually. It's sort of a linear storyline. Like, you've got missions, and you do the missions, and you collect what you want in the missions. But, yeah, it's really fun just playing as you're an assassin, but it's definitely not like Assassin's Creed. You can actually play it like Assassin's Creed if you really want to.
Because apparently you can go through the whole game without
killing anyone.
Yeah, killing anyone.
Yeah, so
without being seen at all.
Yeah, so you just knock people out.
And how hard is it to do that?
Oh, it is pretty hard. I personally just kill everyone.
Yeah,
I can.
Exactly. But that's what annoys me. I mean, like in games like Splinter Cell or any games where you can do it stealthily, I'd like to do it stealthy, but it always ends up me just killing everyone.
Yeah,
you know.
I do some areas stealthy,
yeah.
and like you can take people out. Like you just you don't kill them, you just knock them out. So that doesn't count as if you've killed them or anything like that. And yeah, you can go through the game doing that, and that's what a lot of people do, stealthy and all that sort of stuff. And it's really fun, and you've got all these abilities to help you with your stealth as well. So it's not like Splinter Cell where you just have to hide behind boxes and stuff like that. Like, you've got teleport, you've got all these types of things like that, which is really fun to work around and figure out how you're going to do the next thing. But yeah, I had, again, a friend of mine was playing Dishonored, and he was doing because he wanted to get the achievement, no kills on the hardest difficulty. And he got up to this point, and he knocked out the person, but he fell off the roof and died. But he checkpointed at that point.
Oh no.
And he couldn't get the achievement. So he wasn't too happy. But yeah, it's a nice fun game just to play around with. And
I mean, the thing that always turned me off was the city that it's set in. Yeah,
the city's a little strange.
It's not the most, lovely city to look at while you putting 30 to 40 hours into a game.
It's not.
It's the same as Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Like, I put 45 hours into that game, but it's just not nice to look at. It's like, it's a kind of a boring.
You
landscape.
Want a good landscape to sort of go, oh, okay, that's nice and refreshing. Which is why Horizon Zero Dawn and Mass Effect is nice, because you suddenly, like, yes, you might be in this. We'll talk about it later, but like in this really secluded area, and then you come out and you're like, okay, and especially something like Mass Effect where you go on a whole different planets. It's a nice variety of different things you're seeing.
But with Dishonored, I mean, Dishonored 2 I've read is in the same city, but whenever I look at gameplay, it looks a bit brighter. It looks
they might have done a few things to brighten it up.
And then all the things I've read is Dishonored 2 is just Dishonored 1, but with everything that needed to be improved is improved with the same sort of gameplay and everything. So, I mean, it looks pretty good. I think it's a great way to get into it if you go straight into Dishonored 2. So it's sort of on my list of games that I may pick up if I have the time to do so. But how long is that game?
Dishonored 1?
Yeah, in terms of just time.
I haven't finished it yet. I don't think I've played it too long.
Yeah.
I think I'm roughly about halfway. So it might not be too bad. Missions aren't too long to complete if you're not worrying about collecting everything.
Yeah.
I'm collecting everything. So
I'm a bit OCD when it comes to that. So.
Especially Assassin's Creed. Going to every little island, picking up every little chest.
That's what kills me.
Yeah.
I did it for Black Flag, and I tried to do it with Syndicate. Like, I finished the game Syndicate.
Much.
It's just with Black Flag, I could handle it because I loved looking at the ocean.
Yeah.
And going to all these different islands. It was nice,
But yeah, if you just want it for the story, it's perfectly fine. I don't think it would take too long. Yeah. It's definitely a good game to play. So it's a relaxing game to play. It's not too strenuous if you don't want it to be.
The next game on my list to get is actually Hitman.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever played a Hitman?
I've never played Hitman.
Because I played Hitman Absolution, which came out in 2013. Awesome game. That was my first Hitman game. And now they've released Hitman, how it came out episodically. Yeah. Now it's come out as one sort of big game. So I want to get that. But my OCD is kicking in because whenever I see it on the shelves now, it comes in a steelbook case rather than just your average Xbox grey thing, and it pisses me off. Like, does that stuff annoy you? Like, when there's certain cases that you have to buy, like even with DVDs and everything, you'd want to look
DVDs. It does. It definitely does with DVDs. That's a big thing for me.
That's like with like Fairy Tail.
Yes.
For instance, like I've got the collections, but then it goes into
that's
the
one
parts.
Thing I've sort of sometimes with anime I weigh up price too. I'm not going to spend all that money to get all the different ones, but yes, I think by now I've worked to put it aside a little bit. I'm a bit OCD in other aspects.
It pisses you off though when later on it comes out with the thing you wanted.
Yes, exactly. That was like when I traded in all my 360 games. The next day, I got an email from EB Games. Said, "Oh, it's your birthday next week. We'll give you 50% extra trade credit." No. It was literally the next day, and I traded in, I think, $400 worth of games. I would have got $600, and I was like, "Oh,
that's annoying."
But yeah, I mean, yes, it does annoy me a little bit, I guess.
I've been pretty patient with Naruto because those DVDs have been out for quite a while now, and it's always, the original Naruto series, I think it comes in 16 different volumes, Now they've just released in JB Hi-Fi 5 sort of collection seasons. So that would be the way to get it right now. Like I was waiting for it to come out into sort of more smaller boxes rather than just that whole.
It's about a box.
Yeah, and I mean I prefer just that original series over the rest of it anyway. So
you're weird.
I am, and I don't know. Just it is better for me.
But yeah, I guess in that stuff, like I'd probably like it a bit smaller. I've got like a giant thing about this big, and it started to get a bit too big. But anyway.
All right, well, let's get into Mass Effect.
Yes, Mass Effect.
So I've put in about 30 hours.
Yeah.
Just over 30 hours. And I think I checked your playtime a couple of days ago, and it was around the 25 mark. So it might be pretty close to 30 now.
Yeah.
So we're around about the same. But in terms of how far you are into the game, I think I'm going to assume that you're further ahead of me because I have taken my goddamn time.
I have taken my time. I've done every little
thing so maybe possible. But I read the codexes as well.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, so there's where my game time comes in. I read all the codexes.
Yeah.
Because I can't even remember all the lore and everything about the original trilogy. Because I skipped all the codexes and everything.
See, I did that with Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
And then I've gone with this one. And I'm just... Yeah. So, where exactly are you up to?
So I've just...
spoilers, anyone who's wanting to play.
Well, it's been out for...
a week.
Yeah. All right, well... I'll try not to spoil anything. I'm up to... I've just finished the mission where you save the Moshai.
Yes, okay.
Okay, and I'm maybe just a bit...
Yeah, okay.
A few things happen after that.
To more or less exactly the same place.
Yeah.
I've been enjoying it, actually.
Yeah, but how do you compare it to the original 3?
I'm actually liking it more. Definitely more than the first. The first was way too short, and I don't know. I didn't like the first too much.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I've got such fond memories of the original trilogy, and I loved them. And I was thinking maybe that's just because, of that time or something. I don't know if it was just in that time. I enjoyed games more. I had more time, so I enjoyed it more. But yesterday, I actually started the original Mass Effect again and played a couple of hours of it, and I think it's better than Andromeda. Like, honestly,
see, I liked Mass Effect 2 better. I found Mass Effect 1 too short.
Yeah, Mass Effect 2 is the better game.
Yeah.
But
and I did not like Mass Effect 3's ending, but I think that's a general consensus amongst everyone.
It's a good game, but just sort of the ending.
The ending was shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a nice reboot, getting away from the Milky Way galaxy. I think it changes pace, which I think was a good thing. I'm a little annoyed that you only see 2 other alien races.
Yeah, one of them being evil as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's weird. Like there's 4 races in the Milky Way, but there's just
2.
1. Yeah, 2 or even one that you can communicate with in the new one. So it's just and it's strange that in an entire sort of galaxy.
Yeah, it kind of is.
But I guess if there were even more, the game would just be so
big.
It already is
lose
massive.
Track of it.
Yeah.
Especially on the ice planet. I'm sure you saw this too. When you landed on the ice planet and the amount of missions you saw on that planet,
yeah.
I reckon there had to be about 20 missions on that planet.
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
And yeah, I spent a good time just going through all those missions.
Some of these missions actually remind me of Halo. Do you get that?
Yeah, sometimes they do.
Doing some of these missions on the ice world and everything, like, I don't know.
Yeah, the ice world actually reminded me a lot of Halo.
Yeah, using the car to drive through, it's reminding me of, Assault on, the original Halo game.
Yeah, it really is. I think as you go to different planets, though, it's not Halo-ish when you...
Halo-ish.
Yeah. The ice planet, I think, is just... I don't know why, but it just feels so much like it.
Ice Planet is probably my favourite, to be honest.
Ice Planet was really cool.
I like Eos, the desert
was
one.
Alright.
I'm not a huge fan of Haval.
I didn't like the plant one.
Yeah, Haval, yeah. I'm not a huge fan because...
It was too dark.
Yeah, and I think the Vold is to me the better one because it's so easy to navigate your way through.
Yeah.
You know, if you're going up the ice hill mountains, the car can actually get through them. Rather than when you're on EOS, you have to sort of go all the way around sometimes. And Haval is just, you know, you don't know where you're going.
That's really. One thing I'm sort of annoyed with, is the car. And that is the switching between 6-wheel and 4-wheel drive.
Yeah, that's annoying. Come on, I mean, you've got all this alien technology.
You should just be able to build a car that moves very fast.
Yeah, they didn't fund that project very well.
No, they didn't.
But how are you going with viability?
Viability, I have 100% at EOS, 100% at the Ice Planet. I think I'm like almost 80% on Haval.
So you have been going through the side stuff.
Yes, I've made sure on every planet. Well, when I was there, I've done every side mission.
See, I kind of get... I need to do a few of the main ones in between because I kind of just get bored repeating all that same stuff. It gets repetitive.
Yes, it does.
And I don't know if you feel like this, but sometimes I'm sort of... Even when I'm reading the codexes or just doing all these side missions, I'm sitting there going, why the hell am I doing this?
Yeah.
Don't you feel that sometimes when it's like... But then when I sort of get away from that and just sort of play the main story and sort of interacting with the characters, that's when it's like, oh, this is a really good game. But other times it's like, what am I doing this for?
I mean, I usually have something on next to me so that it lessens the monotony of it. So I don't think especially I feel that as much. Scanning
planets and everything.
Yes.
Yes. You've got to do something else.
Especially. That's one thing that's annoying me is you can't skip the time to go from planet to planet.
Yes, you have to watch the...
Yes, that is really annoying me.
It takes a long time as well. And then when it goes to the planet, it's got to...
Yeah, it zooms in, and then comes out. Like, it would have been fine if you could just skip there, it was zoomed in, because that's, like, obviously the loading screen to come back out.
Have a setting to turn that off. Like in Pokemon, you can skip all the battle animations and everything, you know. Just speed things up a little bit.
Yeah. They've got rid of their Mass Effect elevator technology, which is, thank God.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That was painful in the first one, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, you wait for what feels like half an hour.
Well, that was a big thing in the first game as well. When I was playing that yesterday, the loading times are ridiculous.
Yeah.
This one, you know, it's...
The loading times aren't too bad. It's just, annoying more than anything else.
So the biggest complaints that have been all over the internet, and I don't really agree with them, and I don't know why this would be a complaint, is the facial animations and everything. Like, are you seeing a problem with that?
It's not annoying me,
I
reckon. I have seen some issues that's a bit like, they're not...
showing the emotion.
Yeah, they do show emotion sometimes, but it's just... Yeah.
But how hard is it? It's so complex to... Like, there's so much dialogue choices. You're not going to show every single emotion. No. You know?
I'm definitely not upset about it. I guess I don't really pay much attention to it.
There's just so much hate on the internet.
Yeah.
Like, imagine you're one of the developers spending 5 years of your life to get this game done. Yeah. And then all they talk about is, the animations suck.
No, the graphics is really good, actually.
Yeah,
I haven't really had any frame drops or anything like that, which is surprising on the Xbox as well. But, yeah, the animations are really good. Sometimes their faces do look a little out of place or something like that, but I guess that's more me than anything else.
Any crashes?
No, I haven't had any crashes.
I've had one. And I did... it was weird. I did save it, so it was just... you know, you're on EOS, and you have to defeat the Architect.
Oh, yes.
So I've just defeated the Architect. Crashed. So I had to do it again, and it was a big thing because it was my first time. So, but now it's kind of like, it's not bad.
I didn't go back to EOS, and I did the Architect on
Vold. Yeah,
but I didn't realize that there was heaters in each of the little houses. So I was trying to do it on one live support. Oh man, it was so hard.
Yeah.
And then I talked to this guy at work, and he's like, "You know there are heaters in there, right?" I'm like,
"Are you thinking how the hell are you supposed to do this?"
Because I just kept getting in the car and driving.
Oh no. Yeah. No, I did that yesterday actually. That Architect. That's
The Architects are a nice touch. I actually like fighting them.
The combat is really fun.
Yeah,
it's really fun.
I've been really enjoying the combat, and I've actually liked the customizability of everything.
You can be biotic. You can be just focus on combat.
But I'm even surprised they just haven't limited you to the Omni Blade.
Yeah,
I've just switched. I picked up a rare drop, which was like a cryo blade or something like that. You punch them and they freeze. And they can't do anything, so you just kill them on the ground. And then I've just switched to like the Asari blade or something like that. It's really fun and really different. I've been finding.
My main ones are the I've got the one how it's like the biotic thing, how you sort of pull,
so you're
pull
going
them.
biotic.
Yeah, mostly.
Okay.
So, but it's a mix. So I make them float in the air so they're immobile, and then just shoot them while they're floating in the air.
Yeah.
And then the other one is what is it? So when I get close to a whole bunch of them, I can slam the ground and it kills all a bunch of them. So that it's really fun. Like the combat. And,
the combat is very.
And
fun.
I've worked with those from the beginning and haven't swapped them. I've just built from those. But I can't even imagine all the other ones that I haven't even tried.
Yeah,
It could be a whole new gameplay experience.
Because I'm going tech.
Okay,
And my abilities what's it called? Ignition or something like that. Ignite, and you just shoot fireballs out.
Yep. I'd sort of avoided that because it wouldn't work on some enemies because
no, it's actually very good because it does burn damage. So you hit them and then they're still on fire.
But is it less effective to some enemies who aren't affected by heat?
I haven't really encountered that yet. But I use a combo. I'm always comboing them.
Okay, yeah.
And because I've got to the point where my recharge speeds are so low, I'm literally casting this thing every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So it's just like I rarely shoot anymore unless I'm at a boss.
Because you don't even have to hold a gun.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so I'm using that, and I've got the upgrade where it splits into 2, so it actually targets 2 enemies now.
Oh yeah.
So and then the other one I'm using shield drain.
Yeah.
So I just drain whatever health I want, and it just puts my shield up, so I'm never running out of my shield. And then I've got the remnant tech, which is pretty fun.
Oh yeah, I haven't used any of that.
That's pretty fun. You just summon a drone and it shoots a laser out. Like it's those observer drones.
Yeah, and you summon it.
Yeah, and it fights for you.
Reminds me of Borderlands when I used to summon the turret. That was the best.
Turret.
I love that.
Turret, the eagle.
No.
I was the eagle.
What was Jake?
Oh, he was the puncher.
Was he? Because I remember I played co-op with you.
Yeah.
And I was always the turret.
Yeah,
and you played co-op with Jake, didn't you?
Yes, I did. What did Jake go? I can't remember. It was so long ago.
Yeah, I think he might have been a puncher or...
Yeah, I think he went puncher.
Yeah, so you were the... What does the eagle do? It flies out.
You just throw an eagle and it just starts attacking enemies. Yeah.
Can't wait for Borderlands 3.
Yes, that'll be a fun day.
We'll
just do a 3-way multiplayer.
Yes, that'll be awesome. So let's talk about some characters.
Yes. So at the moment, I'm sticking with PB.
Yeah.
And what's her name?
Vetra. Yeah.
That's it.
I hate Vetra.
Okay.
She's so annoying. She's just sort of like included herself.
Yeah. Well, I really hate Jarl.
Oh, really? I like Jarl.
I don't know. I don't like his
very
fight style.
He's very slow to talk to.
Yes.
He takes a long time.
I didn't mind Cora. Cora was alright.
Yeah, Cora's nice. Yeah, but
I haven't played with Liam.
Oh, I hate Liam.
Okay,
he's just so annoying.
Okay.
Yeah. How often do you talk to your characters? Like a lot?
Yeah, usually every time I go on there, I go around and talk to them just once. Yeah. Usually there's nothing, so it's fine. I usually find they've got something to say after a main mission, after a priority mission. Yeah. But Drac, I love Drac. Yes, I've been told. I haven't used Drac. Apparently, he's really good.
Yeah.
I think I'm at the point where everyone's almost fully upgraded.
Oh, cool. Do you sort of go in and choose their stats to upgrade, or do you just auto?
No, I choose it.
I do the auto.
Oh, really?
I can't be bothered.
No, it's fun. So I've been boosting their defenses to make them just walls for me.
Nice, yeah.
So I'm just like, you go out, I'll heal, and then I'll just come in and do what I want.
I probably should have focused more on that. It's going to get more difficult, so.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's really fun. So, what level are you at exactly?
23 or something, or 22. Yeah. What about you?
I'm at almost 30.
Oh. Yeah. See, I do a lot of reading, so.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's definitely fun. I like the fact that you can go and respec when you want. That's really good in case you just want to try, what is biotic like, or what is this other field like.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really neat thing to put in, especially at the start of the game. They don't explain really what areas like, so it's nice to have the opportunity to just go, oh, let's just try this one now, and like from what I understand, no cost or anything like that.
So really, you can take this game in a lot of different ways. Like, people who love shooters will play this game.
Yes.
People who love sort of just those Telltale style of games of character choice will love this game as well. But what do you focus more on? Do you focus more on the combat or just actually talking to people?
I like the adventure of it all. I like exploring everything.
And scanning?
Yeah, I've been scanning a lot.
Yeah.
I scan everything.
Yeah. It's actually, some of the stuff is actually quite interesting.
Yeah.
Like actually scanning the planets, reading about them.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like the combat. I really like the combat. It's fun. I try to talk to everyone.
But I don't know. I see this game as more. I get so excited about playing a BioWare game just because of the conversations you can have with people, like getting to know your team. Dragon Age Origins is my #1 all-time favorite game ever. It's because I loved the characters so much, and every single one of them, like, I got so into, like, I wanted to talk to them and hear about their stories and everything. But ever since
until you did the suicide mission and then one of them died and you were like, oh.
I know,
you always try to pick the one person you hate.
Yeah.
That's what I did in Mass Effect 2. I didn't like the prisoner chick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I'm just like, nah, you can die.
Jack?
Yeah.
She was my favourite, so...
Oh, I killed her.
See how weird it is, like different?
Yeah.
But ever since Dragon Age Origins, which was my first BioWare game that I played, I haven't experienced a whole set of characters that I've liked, like every single one of them.
Yeah,
and less and less they're getting more interesting. I mean, less interesting. So in Andromeda, I've never been so uninterested in the characters.
I'm not attached to any of them, really.
And I'm trying to get more attached to them, but it's just not working. And 30 hours in, it's probably not going to happen.
See, Mass Effect 2, I really liked all the characters except for the prisoner chick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's... Again, it might be the fact that we had more time to play these things and we just invested more in them.
Yeah.
Because I played Dragon Age, Inquisition, and I didn't...
But even, Inquisition, Inquisition and Andromeda have probably been the two worst ones. And they're
I
the
really liked
ones.
Dragon Age 2. Dragon Age 2 was fun.
Yeah, Dragon Age 2 was good, yeah. Good characters in that as well. But Inquisition and bloody Andromeda, like, I'm just not interested in the characters.
Development seems
and
that's
that's why I play these games, is to get involved with these characters, and like I want to listen to their conversations. Even when you're just walking around exploring, they talk to each other, and I want to listen to those. But I'm just not interested this time.
No, you just run past it. Okay.
So that's why, like, there have been times where I've kind of been like, maybe I should just stop playing this game. Like, I've actually thought about those times where it's like, I don't know. It's weird. Like, I want to go back to... I mean, obviously, Dragon Age Origins and Mass Effect 2, they were years ago. And there's obviously different writers writing.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be an obvious problem, that the writers aren't as good as making the characters more interesting. But, I'm just... I mean, there's so... I've always thought, like, when I'm playing, even Mass Effect 2, you know how you like the characters so much that you keep going to talk to them, hoping there's a new conversation?
Yeah.
I've always thought, like, I can't wait for the future where BioWare, where you just talk to them over and over again, you get all these new conversations, which is happening pretty much now because there's so much conversation compared to the old games. But there's so much that I don't even care anymore.
No.
Like, and it's become sort of almost a chore to go around talking to the characters. It takes so long as well. Whereas the old games are so much more simple, and that's what I like playing that original Mass Effect yesterday. The very start of the mission, or the very opening of the game, you're on the ship Normandy, and then you can go around and talk to some of the characters. And I talked to this character Jenkins, who's only in the game at the very start, and he dies in the first mission.
Yes.
But I was already attached to him just in our very first conversation, because I learnt about him and everything, and then I sort of felt bad for him dying on the mission, but I've only talked to him once. And I feel closer to him than I do in any of the characters in Andromeda. So,
yeah, that's probably one thing that might be a little lacking in Andromeda. Is I don't know what it is. I don't like the characters they've chosen. I don't know why, but I felt there were more relatable characters, or just even, I don't know, just better characters in the original ones, even dialogue aside.
Yeah.
The one thing I'm really disappointed in, and I know the reason why they didn't put it in, because it was Mass Effect 1 stuff, was the Geth.
Yeah.
I loved the Geth.
Geth were good, yeah.
He was my favourite character in number 2 and 3. I always had him on my party.
Who?
The Geth. The Geth that joined your team.
There's a Geth that joined your team?
Legion.
Oh, I can't even remember. It's been so long.
He joined your team, and he was my favourite character, and I loved that character, and then it was like, oh, we don't see him anymore.
Yeah, he's gone.
And I was really, really hoping, I don't know, for a character like that, because yes, he was a robot. He just said what he thought.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It was just, it was different, I think.
Yeah.
And I think another thing, you grew pretty attached to Shepard. And now coming onto Ryder is a bit of a, I don't know.
They're so different.
A bit of a jolt.
Ryder's just more a comic character than Shepard was so serious.
Yes.
And like Shepard had so much power and authority, whereas Ryder's sort of like a bit of a laid
that's
back.
what I think they've tried to do with this whole Pathfinder thing.
Yeah.
But I liked being a Spectre. It was just a thing like, I'm a Spectre, deal with it.
Yeah. People sort of looked up to you, and now it's kind of like everyone's like not trusting you.
No, just do it.
Yeah. Just get on with it. Yeah, people treat you like trash.
And it's just like, oh.
It's like you've got to prove yourself, whereas the Spectre, you've already done that. You're like,
you're like top.
Yeah.
Which is fine. It shows they're trying to go in a different direction from Mass Effect 1.
Yeah.
And, well, the original Mass Effect series in general.
Have you chosen the male Ryder?
No, because I wasn't. I just wasn't, because when I started, it was late at night.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it was. I couldn't read properly, and I've just clicked quick start.
Yeah.
And I think I clicked on the second one, and it automatically started me as female. So I'm just going through that, and it's just the generic base character.
Yeah. So I went to start with the male, and I must have accidentally clicked female Ryder. So it started as female Ryder. So I actually restarted and went to male because all through BioWare games, I've always been a male, and I was male Shepard.
Yeah.
I just probably thought I'd enjoy it more, but I don't know. It'd be a different experience if you.
It's fine playing as female. I don't. It's It's not. It's not anything different.
You can still flirt with girls. So rather than flirting with Drac.
I know. I don't think they've ever let you flirt with the Krogan, have they?
No, I don't think you can.
No,
because they're not interested in the romance and everything. Because you can flirt with in Dragon Age, you can flirt with the bull guys.
Yeah.
With the Iron Bull.
Yeah.
This is just weird.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's very strange, everything that goes on.
What do you like better, Dragon Age or Mass Effect?
Purely because of Dragon Age Inquisition, I like Mass Effect more. I did not like Inquisition at all.
I don't know what about... It's these new games, Andromeda and Inquisition, they've gone so over the top, I think, and it's just so... even the maps that they choose are just so... Like, they're not... I prefer the simplicity of the other games.
Yeah, the maps in the other games were a bit linear as well.
And I think I prefer that. But you like the adventure of the...
Yeah, see, that I think that's the big difference you and I have here. I'm really enjoying exploring everything and seeing every little bit of detail.
Whereas I want to sort of get over it and then go back to the conversations. Yeah.
But again, like I don't think we've really hit the big main mission yet because the Ket have just been... are still really unknown. I think we've just sort of hit it with the Moshae mission.
Yeah.
Where we've gone, okay, this is where it's starting to go. Not giving anything away. Like we're starting to get a bit of a sense as to like, okay, this is where we're going.
Yeah.
The rest of it was sort of just like, okay, find planets, deal with it, make them livable.
But I don't know. I still can't get over like I was really hoping like this would be one of those games where I just like. Because Mass Effect 2 was the only game ever that I've had an all-nighter because
You couldn't put it down.
Yeah, I got so deep into it, and I just wanted to keep getting new conversations.
I've done that too, and it's just been like,
and I wanted this to be one of those games that would take me back to that. And there were moments where I've been like,
you've lost time.
Yeah, like I think I played 2 days in a row, 3 hours straight, where I've just haven't put it down, and I was getting close to that, but it's just never been. It's kind of like, okay, now I'm over it, and I'll pick it back up tomorrow. But yeah, and I don't think it is because of now my life is I don't have much time anymore, but I think it is just because the game isn't as good. Because like I said, I picked up Mass Effect Original and enjoyed it.
It could be a stigma thing you're attaching with it, like, oh, okay, this isn't the original. It could just be as well as what I'm saying.
I just think there's so much in this game that I'm ignoring a lot of it. Like even when you go to the research center, all that crap, I just don't want to get involved in any of that, or even the
Oh, okay. So you're not researching anything?
No, I'll go buy it if I need it. Like I'm just
really
yeah.
I've been enjoying researching stuff.
Well, Inquisition, you know the war table, how you sort of assign missions and everything. Did you do a lot of that?
Oh, they have that in Mass Effect.
They do, Andromeda. And which I've completely ignored.
I've ignored that because I don't have internet at the moment. So
okay, and that's an annoying part as well. You have to have the internet.
Yeah, that is really annoying.
But the war room in Inquisition, I used that so much. Every single time the mission popped up, I tried to clear so much of that and everything. But I don't know. It really turned out to be. There's not much. To that really.
No.
It was more interesting using that war room with the characters that you choose to throw there because I think I was in a relationship with the girl, the Master of Coin girl.
Yeah.
And so it was interesting putting her on missions.
Yeah.
But this time when you're sending people on missions, you don't really know.
Oh, like, yeah.
I don't know. It's just, it's different and it's weird.
Okay.
But, so what, Dragon Age 2 would be your favourite for the Dragon Age series?
No,
Origins?
Oh, no, Dragon Age 2.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the sister.
Yeah.
I really screwed up and she died and I felt so bad.
That's what I did, but I didn't think...
No, you can save her.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought that was just part of the game.
Yeah.
All this time.
No, and I felt... Because I remember I was like, oh my god, she's died. And I went on the internet to look, can you save her? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like...
Damn, yeah.
Yeah, because like, that was a moment that I was like, shit. Like, and it was also at a point that you did not expect it to happen.
Yeah.
And I think it was also that shock of going, wow.
That was a twist, yeah.
Yeah. I really liked that with Dragon Age 2. It was fun. Dragon Age 1 was still really good though. But yes, I'd probably
favorite
say
game
Dragon
of all time.
Age 2. Yeah.
Again with
For
the
you, anyway.
Inquisition. Hold on, I'm just going to turn the light on because I can't even see you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now I'm blind. Yeah, another thing with your home base in these BioWare games, the thing that pissed me off with Inquisition was that base, the castle was huge. It took me like hours to sort of navigate my way through and just work out where everybody is.
Yeah.
At least with
this ship in Andromeda is not too bad. It's really nice and small, and you can figure out where you're going pretty easily.
The thing with that is people move around this time.
Yes, that's annoying. I guess you can always check on your map where they are, which is fine, but it is really annoying.
But Inquisition was ridiculous.
Yes, Inquisition was ridiculous for that.
I just wish they were just all in one room. I don't care if it's like not believable. I don't care. I just want
you just in the castle that you had, you go up a corridor in all the rooms.
Yeah,
that's all you needed. Yeah. I don't know. I remember.
That's why I love it. Origins. They're just in the camp.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
They're just all right. I forgot about the camp. The camp was so good.
Where are they in Dragon Age 2? Oh, they're in they're in multiple places, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, I think they're a bit all over the place.
Yeah, they are. You have to travel to different maps. Yeah. And that was a complaint in that game.
Yeah. But and then they did it again. So they didn't learn.
But Andromeda's
good for that respect.
And what are your thoughts on the Tempest?
See, I don't mind it. The Tempest is a lot like the Normandy.
Yeah. It's really similar actually.
Yeah.
But that
doesn't surprise me though, because like it's from the same place, so it's fine.
Do you remember Joker from the original Mass Effect games? The pilot of the ship.
Oh, Joker.
Yeah.
So, yes, I don't like this girl.
Yeah, Suvi. Yeah.
Oh my god, her accent annoys the crap out of me.
But that's another thing. Like, as soon as Mass Effect, the original, booted up, I booted up yesterday. Joker, immediately I was like, yes, he's funny and I want to talk to him and he's interesting.
Joker was a good character because
Yes.
he introduced something to it. He was just the guy to laugh at.
Yeah, yeah.
And they haven't really got that character.
There's like Kalos and Gil who are fighting, and it's like, I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
who did you side with? Have you
I
got
haven't
to the bit?
done that
Okay.
mission yet.
Yeah. There's not. Yeah, you just keep talking to them and they're fighting, but then eventually you have to side with one of them. It's not really a mission, but yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's still on my Nexus thing to do.
Yeah.
That's the other thing that's really annoying me actually at the moment is the on hold missions.
Oh yes.
I just
Where you've
want to
gotta wait,
finish
yeah.
the mission.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna do
Because
another
you just want to
mission,
eliminate
Yeah,
off your job list.
yes,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
like at the moment, like the personal one is like I have to scroll to go through everything,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I don't want
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And
And
like that's
the
the whole reason for me doing all the missions to get them off my list.
The interviews that you've got to wait for as well.
See, it would have just been better just to break them up. Even if you just broke the XP you get off them
Yeah.
up into the things, and just do the little, just one mission. Talk to her, do the interview, then come back and you can talk to her again.
Yeah.
That would have been much better.
who's the character that you're sort of floating with, going for?
I'm sort of going between all characters at the moment. I haven't decided.
You.
I really haven't.
I know, because there's no one. There's
no one I want
to
to choose.
And that was the same with Inquisition. I couldn't choose sort of anyone. I
Yeah.
just went for it because I had just thought I had to.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been sort of going all around a bit, and then sometimes I just don't do it at all, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
I haven't
With
chosen.
Origins-
Like literally anytime the option comes up, I'll just go, yeah, sure.
Origins and Dragon Age Origins.
those
and
ones
2
you were
was
always
clear
like-
choices.
Even though sometimes you were a bit like, oh, which one? Like, oh, okay, I've got this choice. Which one do I
Yeah.
pick? And that
Yeah.
was me for Mass Effect 2.
Yeah.
I had a few and I was like, oh shit, which one do I pick?
I chose Jack. So.
Oh, I didn't.
I
I killed her. Who did I go with? I think I went with that Tali. The one in the mask.
Is she a Turian?
No. She's she's one of the weird races. She's not one of the 3 big ones. She's
There's a different one.
yeah. She's one of like the ancient ones. If she takes off the mask, she dies.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about. Yeah. Oh, that's right. I remember those guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think a lot of people went for Miranda. I think.
Miranda. Oh, the human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only part of the game that I don't like, is you'll eventually have to side with Jack or Miranda in a fight.
Yeah, I think I had to do that too, and I sided with Tali or something like that. Yeah,
Whoever
they
you
did that.
side with, the other one just doesn't talk to you for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
I think I had to choose between Tali and Jack, and I'm like, yeah, good riddance.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, no,
Yeah,
go
whatever.
away.
No,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
But see,
I kinda-
even then, you had the dynamics of like, oh, this fight's going pretty cool. Like,
Yeah. You're
like
interested
again,
in
we
that.
have. I don't think either of us has gotten to the point where something like that could happen.
Yeah.
So
But I don't know. I suppose I'm kind of hoping BioWare's next game they go back to Knights of the Old Republic.
oh, did you actually hear Netflix is making a series about Knights of the Old
Really?
Republic? Well, I've been told that anyway.
Okay.
Live action Knights of the Old Republic TV series.
It's about time they did a TV series. for
Yes,
Star
and
Wars,
Knights of the Old Republic. Oh,
yeah.
that's so good. But
Yeah,
yes,
that's good.
they definitely need to go back to the Knights of the Old Republic
Yeah.
game. Those games were.
Would you have preferred
best.
if they had stayed with Knights of the Old Republic and Mass Effect never existed?
No, because I did like the original Mass Effects. They were really fun.
But think of if we've had, by now we've got Knights of the Old Republic 6. Like,
Oh yes, that would have been.
think of the
amazing.
opportunities.
Would I have preferred if they did Knights of the Old Republic over Andromeda? Yes.
Yes,
That
yeah.
would have been awesome. Over Inquisition, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those games. I think again, Star Wars. You can't go wrong with Star Wars. I think now.
Think of the hype though. If they did another Knights of the Old
I
Republic,
think now though they're gonna have troubles with Disney. Disney won't.
Yeah, true.
Because I think Disney, especially for games, have this stigma attached to them that they're more or less cutesy. If I don't like.
yeah.
Especially
They want to
like,
do all the Disney Infinity and
yeah, but like even Kingdom Hearts, it's a Final Fantasy game, but it's really cutesy.
yeah. For kids.
Yeah, and like they could do so much with Knights of the Old Republic. It would have been awesome, which is sort of why I'm a bit happy for this TV series, because it'll be like, oh, okay, let's get into it.
Just hopefully they don't get some
Yeah,
bad actors like. Let's get Brad Pitt to play the Jedi.
yeah, no, just kill him off first. Yeah, I know. I'm happy if they go with all new cast that, like no name people or whatever. I'm happy with that as long as they're talented. Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of think that the developers would be pretty pissed off with the feedback they're getting from Andromeda, so they're probably going to have a break from these two franchises that they've been going with, Dragon Age and Mass Effect.
Yeah.
I reckon now's the time to get back into
Knights of the Old Republic. Although that would open them up, because people would be so hyped for it.
Yeah.
Nothing will live up to their expectation.
Yeah.
And I think, again, that's been a stigma with Andromeda, because of been Mass Effect. We haven't played this in years. Oh my god, let's play it.
And because of the way the trilogy ended as well.
Yes, and they're like, okay, this is its big redemption.
They played it a bit safe. That's what I think. With Andromeda. They didn't go too far out. They just played it safe. It's like it's a good game.
Yeah.
It's nothing amazing.
Yeah, it's definitely nothing amazing. It's a nice game to just sit down and play.
Do you expect a trilogy out of this? Or is this just a one-off?
I think it'll be a one-off, but
because we don't really know how it ends.
Yes, again, we haven't. I don't think we've gotten far enough in the story to see how it's progressing. One-off, I think, would be nice or max. For some reason, I have an idea that it's going to be a trilogy.
Yeah. But I guess for that reason, they're playing it very safe, so they're not going to shoot themselves in the foot later, because it's a game that's supposed to continue, based on the choices you make. So
yeah, and I think that's always the really. Dragon Age didn't do this, but the good thing about Mass Effect was you carry your character and his decisions over to the next one.
Yeah.
And that was really fun, especially. From Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, that it was like, okay, this person is dead. They even mention it in the game going, we lost, blah, blah, and it's like a big void in your thing, and that is like, oh my god, I've lost this person.
See, I couldn't do that with my Mass Effect games, because the original Mass Effect didn't come out on PS3 until very late on. So the first one I played was Mass Effect 2, so I started from there, so it was just a generic bring over. And then I sold my PlayStation and bought the new Slim one, so I didn't have any of my old data. So I started Mass Effect 3 with no... so in mine, Miranda died, but Jack lived, and then in number 3, Miranda came back.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this doesn't make sense.
See, it was... Yeah, and that's a good thing with the suicide missions and all that.
Yeah.
And I know you can do them flawlessly, but when there's a character you want to kill, you kill them. Yeah, it was...
So I've never experienced a follow-on as well, because Dragon Age Origins and...
Yeah, Dragon Age Origins and all of them didn't do a follow-on.
They did... The lore continues.
The lore continues. They talk about the...
Who becomes king or whatever.
Yeah, and then they talk about the Inquisition.
Yeah.
Inquisitioner in the second one. And
but with the... I finished Dragon Age Origins, and then I was going to buy 2 and carry on that file, but I got rid of that file and restarted Origins, but only got halfway through. And so when I started number 2, I had no file, so I was like,
No, it does.
So I've never actually had a follow-on to experience that.
In those cases, it's not so much a direct follow-on. Yeah. Like they refer to it, and it's cool that they refer to it, but it's not really like, oh my god, there's actually like this person could be here.
Because I think the only character that's followed on has been Varric from number 2 to 3.
Varric was in the first one as well.
I don't think he wasn't in the first one.
Yeah, he was your first Turian. He stayed with you the whole way.
No, I'm talking about Dragon Age.
Oh, Dragon Age.
You know, the dwarf with the arrow?
Oh, yeah, he was in 2 and then
and 3. But there was no characters from 1 who went to 2.
No.
Varric from number 2 to 3, and I think there was a couple of those who you saw but never...
Yeah, you never really...
Yeah. So that's where Dragon Age sort of lacked. There's no characters.
Follow-on. I mean, they made the idea of going from 2 to Inquisition fine. Yeah. And they teased it, which was, again, one of the things that was so hyped up. Dragon Age. And then, it fell short. The other thing with Dragon Age, I was annoyed with the level cap at 20.
Oh, yeah. Well, that shows how much more stuff there is to do in this new game. Because
I think it's at 60.
High. Is there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dragon Age Origins, you get to 20 so fast and it's done.
Yeah, and you're just like, well... That means the whole RPG aspect of this game is gone. Yeah, it's like, I just kill now. I just go on. And the leveling's really fun. And then, again, the thing I'm really enjoying in Andromeda is like, where do I put my points?
Where?
Let's
And with Origins and Dragon Age 2 as well, did you notice when I went back and played those games, once you kill the enemies in that camp, they're gone forever. Even if you return to that area, they're just gone. So that's what annoyed me as well. You can't go back and just level up.
Yeah.
So that's what sort of...
Yeah, I do like this about this game. The enemy spawn rate's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, yes, it might take... Like, you kill them, you can walk around.
But it's actually
I reckon
fun.
as soon as you get to another sort of area and go back, they'll be there again.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really... The combat is the best thing about the game, I reckon. It is so
like, you want
fun.
To stop by an enemy encampment and fight them because it's fun.
Yeah.
You can just go
You just jump out and you're like, all right, let's do this.
Smash them, that's good.
Yeah, it's really
and I love it when you sort of get overwhelmed with the enemies. It's just how fun was it getting off the rooftop?
Oh my god!
And they were just all coming.
Because on that mission, that big fiend thing came up on the thing.
Yeah.
So I sprinted to the other end because I'm like, I'm just getting away from this thing because I was on another mission and he ate me. He because they can eat you and all that. He just picked me up and ate me, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm dead. So I'm like, oh shit, get away. Yeah. And then they're like, get on the ship, there's too many of them. Yeah. And 3 of them spawned at that end, and I'm like...
I ended up...
I just ran.
I was on the rooftop and, all these guys were coming out and I was shooting, killing, killed so many of them. And then, so the first monster came, killed that. Then 3 of them came and I ended up killing 2 of them, but then I had to get off. Yeah. So I was like, I got most of them.
You were getting to the point where your health was like, oh shit, I can't take this anymore.
So, because they were saying, get off, but I was like, I'm staying.
And that's the thing I found with the remnants, the architects. Like, they're such epic fights. It's like, okay, this thing is like hailing crap at me. Let's it's really dodgy and like, all right, timing, let's do it all. And no, it's just they're fun fights. They're not like, oh, okay, I shoot the leg, I shoot the leg, I shoot the head. I mean, yes, it's
so clear what you have to do. But
yes,
it's
but
fun.
it's also a fun fight because you're like, okay, I've got to take this thing down. And I think that was like with Skyrim, the dragons. See, I just went around searching for dragons because they were fun to kill.
Yeah. But they're kind of not as epic.
No,
Mass Effect fights are epic.
Yeah,
and what makes Mass Effect fights better is that when you go back on the ship, you can talk about them with your characters. Like the characters go, oh, "How brutal was that? That was crazy." Yeah, and that's what sort of makes it better, I think.
Yeah, it was really good.
But I guess if you had to give Mass Effect Andromeda a rating out of 10,
I'd give it a solid 7.5.
I was sort of thinking the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely...
I'm going to go with a strong 7.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely don't think it's worth less than that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a good game. It's fun to play, so you can't complain too much. There are...
Well, if you sort of stick to the story and...
Yeah.
It's... the gameplay is fun, but it can get very repetitive. Yeah. So that's what I sort of found.
Yeah.
But overall,
Yeah, solid game.
Worth it, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's episode 46, not 45.
46.
We should do another episode soon about Super, because that's getting good.
Yes, that is getting good.
All right, well, until next time, Keon.
Until next time.
Thank you for joining me.